I'm author Sarah A. Chrisman.
And I'm Gabriel Chrisman.
And today we are discussing Lady Cycling, What to Wear and How to Ride by Miss F.J. Erskine.
From 1897.
Yeah. Now this is a little book. It's very, very approachable.
Yeah, it's a little handbook that was written for any women who were interested in riding a bicycle at the time.
Right, exactly. And
which was a lot of them.
Which was a lot of them, because 1897 is the year after the bicycle boom.
So this is almost certainly written during the year of the bicycle boom.
Right, and it was just published the next year. And it's been republished, so it's very obtainable. This is a very easy one to find, unlike a lot of books that we tend to talk about. This one you can easily find. And important thing about F.J. Erskine is that she actually was a cyclist.
Yeah, and she wasn't just a cyclist, but she was part of the cycling culture of the day.
Right. So back in the 1880s, she had been a tricyclist. She was a lady tricyclist. She was riding one of those big high-wheel tricycles.
So she had been riding bicycles and tricycles for really as long as it was possible to have been riding them.
Right. At the same time, the men were riding the high wheels, like the ones you see behind me. The women were, like Miss Erskine, were riding high-wheel tricycles, and I'll clip in some pictures of me on mine. This is different from certain other authors who just jumped on the bandwagon of cycling.
And tried to appropriate its popularity for their own purposes.
Right. There's one in particular.
We won't speak of her.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't speak of her.
No.
Yes. Yeah. We're not even going to give the dignity of speaking of that other one. We'll stick with Miss Erskine's book. Yeah. So she gives advice on how to ride and how not to ride, what to do and what not to do. Right. She gives advice on setting up your wardrobe. Because she has actual experience. She had been touring on tricycles. She knows the drill. She knows what's going on, and she knows how to actually carry this out. And she also gives advice for how to maintain your wheel, which is important.
She assumes that women are going to be doing all aspects of cycling, and she is sharing both her general and then her highly specific tips that she has worked out through more than a decade of cycling at this point.
Right. So not only was this an enjoyable book for me as someone who has a bicycle, I don't feel quite confident enough to call myself a cyclist. I've ridden a lot. I've
I would call you a cyclist.
I rode across the Idaho Panhandle on a high-wheel tricycle. I think the longest trip I've done was 160 miles on a 50-pound bike, but I don't know if I call myself a cyclist. But if you want to call me one, I appreciate it.
Yes.
So anyhow, the book was interesting to me for that reason. It was also very, very useful to me when I was writing my series about cycling in the 1880s and 90s, because this is a woman from that time and that milieu, that community. And so in Where the Sea Turns a Corner, when Sophie becomes a bicycle mechanic, a lot of her stuff is taken directly out of here. And so it was a wonderful source for that reason. This was a source when I was writing the whole series, honestly. And so I really like it. I've found it very, very useful over the years. And if you are a cyclist, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you need to read this.
Yes.
If you're not a cyclist, I still think you would enjoy reading this.
It's also fun to see that the cycling culture of the day was not just a masculine culture.
Oh, no, heck no.
This was absolutely, cycling was for everybody.
Right, and that goes back to the high-wheel days when ladies were riding tricycles. There's a famous quote that people love to quote ad nauseum, where Nellie Bly was interviewing Susan B. Anthony. And
in the 1890s.
In the 1890s, when everyone was riding a bike. Now, Nellie Bly had read a much earlier quote from the president of the League of American Wheelmen, a man who said that the bicycle has done more for and he was using man in the term of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying the bicycle has done more for man in the sense of mankind than any other invention.
Mm-hmm.
Nellie Bly, having read this quote already, feeds it to Susan B. Anthony and says,
don't you think that...
Yes, don't you think that the bicycle has done more for women than any other invention? And Susan B. Anthony sort of nodded her head and said, sure. And so then Nellie Bly wrote it down. Susan B. Anthony says the bicycle has done more, etc., etc. And everyone remembers that quote, but it goes back earlier.
And also is mostly just Nellie Bly stealing the quote and then putting, changing one word in it.
Yeah.
For her own purposes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's important to read some of the people who are actually the movers and shakers in the cycling scene,
mm-hmm.
so that you get a fuller picture and better context.
Yeah.
That's another reason I like this book. So I hope you'll check it out. And of course I hope you'll check out my books too. But thanks for watching today, and please give this video a nice thumbs up. And happy reading.